Whether you finished Jedi Survivor or you're still stuck exploring Koboh, there are heaps of great rumors to complete, bosses to fight, and cosmetics to collect. Today we're going to go through the best rumors that I have found that are highly worth doing. Let's go. Let me know in the comments any of your favorite rumors that I've missed, especially if there's any juicy ones. So first, let's talk about the DJ at Pylon's Saloon. So at a certain point in the story, if you talk to the monk at the bar, you'll get this rumor to go and find the musical droid. The rumor will send you off into the Harvest Reached area on Koboh, and if you watched my previous video about perk slots, that red barn above where you find them is actually where you get a perk slot, so go and watch that video if you want more info on perk slots. But if you go here, you'll notice a droid that's making some noise, and here you can talk to them, and after a quick conversation they will decide to come back to Pylon's Saloon, and you will have then unlocked the DJ next to the bar. The DJ isn't just like a cosmetic upgrade either. You can actually find music like discs that you can give him, as well as buy some from Domo at her shop as well. It definitely changes the vibe in Pylon's Saloon, like having some quality music. I'd love to play some of it for you, but like I'm super worried that all of this Star Wars music is going to get me copyright struck, so I'm not going to play any, but I hope you can imagine that it's like a sick time. Next, we have the Holotactics minigame. So this is a minigame that does take a little bit to unlock, and it isn't super clear where it comes from. But basically, you'll get a rumor called Locate the Odd Pair, and you may have actually stumbled across them. I didn't really get the rumor. I actually just found them as I was exploring out. But you get the rumor from a gentleman at Pylon's Saloon, and then it will take you out to the Boiling Bluffs area. Now, out here, there is a bounty to fight, which is kind of where I stumbled across it, and you'll hear people yelling out to you, asking for their help. Now, if you cross over the ledge and go and fight the Mogu, after you've beaten them, there will be two people standing on the ledge, and you can chat to them and invite them back to Pylon's Saloon. At the saloon, you'll locate them up the stairs just next to the fish tank and in their own little room there, and you'll have the Holotactics game there that you can actually participate in. There will be different people that you can challenge, especially depending on where you're at in the story and the recruits that you have brought back to Rambler's Reach. As the more recruits you bring back, you'll actually unlock new people, and also as you progress in the story, you'll unlock some of the main characters from the story. But you'll probably remember throughout your just like general gameplay that you've been scanning basically every new creature that you come across, and this is really why it's this Holotactics game. So what you can do in this mini game is use any of the enemies that you've actually scanned and use them against whoever you're fighting. And I really kind of dig this mini game. It's actually pretty fun, and you have to beat them in their different waves, and if you beat each character you get a little cosmetic reward as well. It's actually kind of enjoyable just to like sit back and watch the combat play out in front of you. It can be hard though, like especially because you have to win all of the rounds. Like if you lose one wave, even if it's like the last wave, you just like lose, which is kind of depressing, but it's a fun little mini game to take your mind off things. There is also two other characters at the saloon, and you've probably come across these during the main story as you kind of run into them. The first is the Fisherman that you will probably have come across on Koboh very early. You get a rumor about him, but if you don't do the rumor, you'll actually run into his path as part of the main story. You can recruit him to come back, and he will look after the fish tank at the saloon. It's not necessarily a rumor, but you'll find him throughout the world where if you interact with him, he'll grab a new fish and bring that back to the saloon for you. And there's also the Gardener that you'll find on Jeddah. Now, that will happen on your second story visit to Jeddah. You'll run across Pili, the Gardener, just as you're kind of going up towards a certain location, and then you can talk to her and she'll come back and look after the rooftop garden for you. Looking after the rooftop garden will also allow you to expand like the different sections there as well. I don't want to cover too much on both of these as they're like, you've probably come across them, but you can get the seeds to expand the garden and the fish to expand your fish tank, but it's just like part of that saloon that kind of upgrades. The next one is one that I was really curious about how this actually worked. So during the story, you've probably seen these Jawas up in the distance and wondered what you can do with them. But if you talk to a gentleman out the front of the saloon, I don't know if he's always there or if he appears at a certain point in the story, but I just found him just standing there at one point. You can go here and talk to him, and he'll complain about the Jawas, and then you can go to the Bygone Settlement after you've got the rumor, and you can travel up to actually meet the Jawas. Now, this is like a big platforming sort of section to get up there. There is a bunch of like chests and priorite shards, that sort of stuff on the way, so just keep an eye out for those as you're climbing your way up and using all your force powers. Once you get up to the top, you need to help them defeat some droids, and then you can actually recruit them and bring them back. There is also a blaster you can get just near where they are at in Rambler's Reach if you want this really cool like swoop blaster. It's got a cool design, but I found that one really interesting. I enjoyed finding out what to do with these Jawas. The next one's a bit of a general encompassing, and that is like bounties. So you'll get bounties from Cage. You will have discovered her throughout the main story, but talking to her will actually give you rumors about where you can find particular bounties if you're struggling to locate them. As I definitely was, like I was just like running around randomly and then realized that you can talk to her and she'll actually tell you where to find them. So, you know, that's so much easier than actually just running around. But with the different pucks that you find, you can then buy different cosmetic upgrades for your blaster, but you can also buy different charged shots, like the stun shot, which will stun enemies that you hit them with rather than just like the normal damage shot. This is really cool, and I haven't seen heaps of people talking about these different blaster attachments that you can put on in the stances screen. You can change them. It's a really fun little different mechanic to make the blasters even more interesting. There is so much benefit to this blaster stance. Like, it's so much better than every other stance. I can't believe the amount of buffs that you can get for the blasters, but it's a fun little mini game, and the bounties bosses are actually really enjoyable in my opinion, so definitely well worth doing. The next one is one I'm actually unsure if this is the rumor technically or if it's just the location that I found. So the rumor is investigate the abandoned shack, and if you go into the basement here and follow this little pathway, you'll find this like Fonchi caverns, and it's this really nice sort of like underground, like glow in the dark caverny area that's got plenty of exploration to do down here. This area is bigger than I thought it was, and I don't want to spoil too much about what is down here because I think it's well worth experiencing on your own. But let's just say there is at least, I think, 4 bosses to fight. There is a BD upgrade so you can slice magma guards. There's also a BD upgrade so you can locate all unfound chests that you haven't found, which is probably the main reason to go down here. And then there's other like echoes that give you some story information and a few other things down here as well. But highly, highly recommend that you go to this location and go down here and discover what you can find because there's plenty of good stuff down there. Highly, highly recommend. And the last one isn't necessarily a rumor, but it is worth pointing out that at the alignment control center, you've probably come across this where you go here and you've got these different panels and wondering what to do with it. You do come across the control center during the main story, but this section with these different like screens, and half of them are red and green, and wondering what to do with them. I had to Google this, so I am going to tell you it just so you don't have to, but these coincide with the Jedi meditation chambers on Kobo. So there are 7 Jedi meditation chambers on Kobo, and if you go to them and solve their puzzles and get the reward at the end, these different screens will turn green, and then once you have completed that, you'll get another map upgrade, which will show all the upgrades for you on the map itself. So this will give you like the final map upgrade. So we did talk about chests earlier, and then in my lightsaber design video, I talked about the map upgrades for treasures if you're looking to get those. So that's all like the map upgrades. So then you'll basically be able to find like everything on the map that you may have missed if you're trying to like 100% the game. So you've got all the upgrades there. Those are the major rumors that I really enjoyed. If you're looking for more rumors, like talking to people like Sister Task in Jeddah, she'll give you a couple of rumors, and then basically anyone like around the saloon and even outside in Rambler's Reach will give you rumors if you're looking for more. But
hey, you!
There isn't really a clear way to indicate who has a rumor and who doesn't. Sometimes people will yell out and be like, hey, talk to me, Cal. But for the most part, you've just kind of got to talk to people. But those are my favorite ones. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end. Thank you to our members for supporting the channel. My name is NorZZa, and I hope you have a great day.